Good morning, campers. This is -6 degrees. Join us again today as I'm going to do exactly what I did last year. Head over for some breakfast treats at the local supermarket here in Moravske Toplice, the Mercator supermarket. As I make my way down the stairs, the overnight low of -6 is still with us, and that cold does sort of snap at you as you step outside. Join us as we make the walk across again today, as I said. Have a look, see what it's like. I've got the leggings on, or the thermals on under the trackies, gone for the sneakers, so I'll stick to the paths to make sure that I don't get my sneakers wet. Today we're going to reach a top of -1 degree. We've decided not to go for the cooked breakfast today after a huge family feast yesterday in Prekmurje. Shout out to the guys out there. That was absolutely magnificent, and you would have seen that, potentially some photos of that already in this video. But join us as we make our walk across the pathway to the Mercator supermarket. And I'm going to try really hard not to slip here on this wet, slippery part, but I'm through and I'm safe. Yes, Louise said don't film this, but as always, I'm going to give it a go. Join us today. We're just going to pick up a few cold cuts and a few bread rolls, trip over that little wood stump there, and try and stay warm. The Mercator supermarket, folks. Let's feel the warmth. It's going to be warm now. Let's grab a tomato, number 48. Where are we? 48 it is. And there's my little ticket for it. Thanks for coming. At the bread section, Bonehead's just worked out that these gloves are for me picking up my bread rolls. Let's see how we go. We'll get 2 of these. Number 201. 201. Enter. We've got 2, I'm guessing. And let's go. Price tag, thanks for coming. 58 cents, 2 red rolls. And because they look nice, I'm going to try one of these ones here, number 240. That one there looks good. Into my little bag. 240. Over to the machine. 240. Press 1. Press. Second price tag, 24 cents for that. Just living the dream here in Moravske Toplice. We're a little bit early for the hot pastries. So the lady has advised me that they're still baking in the oven there. They should be out shortly, so we're just going to wait for some of the burek to come out. Okay, at the deli counter here, we've gone for some of the prosciutto there, and young Susanna is cutting up some of the Perunika for us this morning, which will be part of our breakfast today. I'll let you know how it goes as soon as I get it home. Let's have a look. Looks magnificent. Some lovely Perunika there. So with the burek still baking away in the oven, 20-30 minutes away, I've decided to go for a apricot-filled jam donut. Hopefully that fills the hole that we have burning in our stomachs. But that being said, we will call past later as we're on our way out, pick up a burek, and I will also be trying one of these Slovenian sausage rolls, which is basically a sausage roll, which is a pastry, baked pastry with the hot dog in it. So let's see how that goes. over to pay and out of here.
Želite nadaljevati? Dobrodošli na Mercatorjevi tik-tak blagajni. Če imate pika.
So much easier with this little pricing gun. I'm not going to put my credit card up as I got to pay for it this year. Payment made, $8.80 odd, or sorry, €8.80, which comes to about probably $13, $14 Australian. We're back in the cold, running the gloves today at -6. Feels a little fresh, but not too bad, but it is a short walk back to our apartments here at Perunika. Tripped over that same bloody little hump again. As we make our way back, looking forward to a nice hot cup of coffee, a couple of bread rolls, we've got an apricot donut, and we'll probably duck back later to pick up one of those fresh bureks as soon as they come out of the oven, and definitely one of those sausage rolls. They'll be definitely on the agenda for this morning. Thanks for joining us today. As we plan on doing not a lot today, potentially a little bit of shopping locally. There's a couple of little bits and pieces we need to pick up. So it's a bit of a free day today after spending some family time yesterday. Plans for this week. We're looking at Hungary tomorrow, being a Tuesday. Heading out to either Lake Ballon or Sombatheli. And Thursday, potentially the same again. So this week's going to be a Hungary week. Doing that based on the fact that I did purchase that vignette to go to Hungary for 10 days upon our arrival, so I want to take advantage of that. We've got another week next week here in Toplice, Prekmurje, which we'll probably use to go to Austria on at least one, possibly two occasions again. Visiting Graz, and there's the Schlossberg Eggenberg place up on the mountains in Graz, so we'll try that out, probably do a bit of shopping while we're there as well. And look at that, just like that, we're back to the Perunika apartments again. I'll put some photos of our breakfast up. I don't think Eloise will want me filming it today. Enjoy. All right, just a little interlude here. I've had these earmuffs. Here you can see them hanging off my arm. I'll take them off to show you. I've had these for a number of years, purchased them in New York, carrying some stuff from the car yesterday. I've obviously fallen on the ground. I thought they'd make their way to the pizza shop, so I thought I'll duck in today and have a look and ask. These are essential when you're wearing a baseball cap, these little things. If you haven't got these, get these. These are the duck's guts. Guess what? It's Slovenia. No one steals nothing. Hand it in. Back with me today. Happy, happy days. Good morning again, campers. Guess what? Someone's heading back to the supermarket. Someone forgot to get the butter for the bread rolls. That's okay. This is a travel vlog. This is real. This -6 degrees that I mentioned earlier is cold. It is fresh. It's not unbearable. So if you're a little bit worried about coming out here because of the weather, trust me, believe me, it's not. Yes, it's going to be a little bit warmer in the supermarket. Yes, it's going to be warmer in the apartment. And yes, you need to cover up and wear a jacket, but hey, that's the cost of travel. Winter wonderland here in Slovenia as I enter the Mercator in search of the butter, and hopefully those bureks are ready now too. Enjoy. As I leave the Mercator supermarket again this morning, one last time, butter, sausage roll and milk in hand. The bureks are still not ready. Like I said, this is real. This is a travel vlog. This is us showing you warts and all what it looks like. There's a new lady that's working in the deli there. I was wondering why I couldn't understand her Slovene as much as the others. She explained to me that she's from the Ukraine, which is fine. And look, my Slovene ain't the greatest either. So just heading back now with last bits and pieces. May stop in for that burek a little bit later, but I have got that sausage roll, so really looking forward to giving that a go. Enjoy. What a spread this morning. Back from the supermarket, let's have a look, see what we've got. Cup of coffee, that sausage roll that I mentioned. Bread rolls are coming, the donut is coming. A little bit of salad, some fruits. These magnificent Slovenian dates that we've purchased at the supermarket there. Bit of mayonnaise, horseradish, a couple of cold cuts, cheese, tomato, and those lovely bread rolls. Some of the Alpine milk and the old classic apricot nectar that I love. Looking forward to tucking in this morning.
Thanks for sticking around. We hope you enjoyed our real, warts and all look at a cold Monday morning here in Moravske Toplice, just as much as I enjoyed that breakfast. This was exactly the kind of slow, lazy day we needed after a big weekend catching up with family and friends. Now with Hungary coming up next, things are about to get really interesting. So make sure to turn on your notifications and keep an eye out for next week's vlog. It's going to be a good one.